listeners, we are like 2 weeks married, right? So we wanted to come and talk to you guys because we've been getting a lot of DMs and questions, and some of our friends have actually asked us like, how does it feel being married now, right? Right?
It feels good.
And so we wanted to, just talk about that, how it feels being married, and has anything changed? Because a lot of people told us, oh, nothing's gonna change besides your last name and besides the fact that you're just, husband and wife now. I totally feel that is wrong. I feel like a lot has changed, especially knowing that that person, like, he's my person for real now. Like, he's not going anywhere. He's my husband or whatever. And I honestly, yeah, you see it. And I honestly feel like too, since we've been married, like, he's become way more sexy to me. No disrespect, babe.
See that chocolate thunder right here?
You're not even chocolate. You brown.
I look chocolate on camera, so I'm gonna just go with chocolate right
Oh,
there.
aggravating. He just comes off as way more fine to me. And he has definitely become like a chick magnet, meaning like he's been hit on so much.
Oh yeah,
now.
that's crazy. Like, they really say once you put the ring of power on, they start attracted. Even today, like, girl said something crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, like, don't you see my ring? Like, baby girl, chill. Like,
And I don't want to be the crazy wife that's like, that's my husband, but that's my husband. Like, he is babe, I gotta give it up to you because you are a good man. Like, he loves my soul. He loves my flaws. He loves me for being silly and just being me, whatever the case may be. But ladies, this is my man. Find your own man. But I feel like, I'm not saying that when he wasn't married, he wasn't being hit on, but it's like noticeably he's being hit on now. He's being hit on now. And it's it's not even being hidden. Like, they hit on you and, hit on him in front of me. And I'm like, wait a minute now. Okay, cool. So,
but question, don't that make you feel good? Like, oh, you must have got something if they doing that, right? Or do you like, how you be
no.
feeling?
Okay, so here's the thing. Every woman wants, you don't want to feel like your man ugly and nobody don't like him or anything like that. But I'm just saying, it's just like kind of disrespectful. We only been married for like 2 weeks. And it's just
together for what? 8 years?
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
But in those 8 years, I never visibly really saw women, here and there, but not like this. Like, now that he's married.
You used to have your eyes caught like out the corner. Oh, he over there doing like.
No, I didn't. Like, and one thing about cheat is like that I love that I never had to worry about is like infidelity. I was a little cray in the beginning, and we fought over, other things, but never, him cheating or stepping out on me or anything like that. So, kudos to Bay for that, because
one thing I don't like to do, I don't like to give no female competition with my wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not happening. Like, you got to keep your wife on a pedestal, on a high pedestal. Like, ain't gonna be none of that.
Aww.
No.
Yes, and he did. Okay, wait, hold on. I don't want them being like, you got lipstick on or whatever, because these people, they dissect everything.
I don't care.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I've never had to worry about with him or whatever. We more so had, stupid minor arguments. And I feel like when you become husband and wife, like, people said that it was going to be different. I mean, no, they said it wasn't going to be different, just the fact that we're husband and wife now. But it's very, like, it's a really good feeling, like, of just being like, like, I be seeing him, I be like, okay, babe, like a little R-rated off camera stuff. But I'm like, okay, look at me, like, want to lick him up or whatever. But, and not that he wasn't fine then again, like, it's just a different feeling of just knowing that he's truly mine. And we, like, even our conversations, I feel like are more deeper, way better. And because we have to, we were talking about retirement.
Yeah. And
how, I'm a business owner and he's a business owner, and how we have to work towards that and being together, and just everything is together.
All
it's
the investments.
My debt, his debt, my debt, my wins, his wins, my wins, those type of things. And we have a child together, and just trying to secure the future for our family. Our son is even happy. Mommy, guess what? Your last name is Walker now. I'm like, yeah, I'm a Walker now. So, it just it's a great feeling that, you know, God has ordained. And I'm just happy to share this with him. And I'm sure he's happy to share it with me. And like I said, it's definitely
It's awesome,
it solidifies, like, you know, he's mine. Like, death to us part. You know, we're not going anywhere.
It really
We're the walkers.
feel awesome. Like, you know, you got determination. You wake up, I go to bed with my wife and my son, my family on my mind. I wake up with them on my mind when I leave out the door for work. You know, that's my main purpose. Not to say that it wasn't before in the past, but now it makes me more determined to do more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to do this. I got to make sure extra thing, critique everything. So now I really, really love this. Like, you know, and we are at where we were in the direction of going now. So we're married now, and you know, we just gonna keep it good. Like, we ain't had the flaws before. We wasn't perfect, but now we're gonna make ourselves the best of being perfect, you know?
Like, we literally had our first Walker disagreement yesterday. And usually our disagreements used to be crazy. Like,
yeah, it used to be like,
you know, crazy.
But now we
yeah,
look at each other
like literally, he was like, "Babe, you want a brownie?" And I was like, "I could eat a brownie." Okay, and that kind of like,
hey, you want some wine?
I want some. He know I love wine. Everybody know I love wine, and that kind of like waved the white flag, and it was like, all right, let's watch Terminator. We watched Terminator 1, 2, and 3, and that kind of just, you know, it wasn't like before, like because
I'll be like, I'll be back. Like, you know.
Okay. Okay.
I just dealt with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, make me feel more of a dealt in a situation where I know we could sit down and we could get through this. You know, we could go back and forth and have disagreements and sit here with one another. And we figured it out within like 2 minutes.
Because he ain't going nowhere.
Like,
he ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
I'll be back.
I'm not going. Yeah, okay. Now it's, you know, I had to wake up today and just say, what's your itinerary for today? I want to know what you're doing. Not like a lieutenant or anything. Just to know, like, okay, babe, what you got? What do you got?
It was like, what we doing? Like, we went out.
I'm saying, like, I asked you, what was your plans for today? Because prior to us going out for brunch, we didn't know what we was doing. You was just going out.
Well,
and it's just a thing of, like, I have to consult with my husband now.
I have no plans, but on the, like, you know, we just got together and just had fun today.
But what I'm saying is now it's just more so like, you know, before it was like, oh, babe, I got to do this, I got to do that, whatever the case. Now is I have to actually consult. Like, I have to check with my husband first and see if, you know, what he got planned, if it's okay with him, you know, because, again, like, we're one team now, and it's a reflection on our son. Yes, so you got to be that. We want to be
that we had in the past.
But even that, I feel like it helped mold us to be at this point.
Yeah.
So again,
so for
everything we did and everything we're doing, it's just
for those
a
of
foundation
y'all,
for him.
Not to cut you off, but those of y'all that's hoping to get to this step one day in life, you're gonna go. It's gonna be bad before it get good. You know, not saying like, oh, you know, it's gonna be worse. No, it's gonna be bad before it get good. So that's how in any situation, you're going to have to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Let me rephrase that. Put the work in. And then after you put the work in, all the days that you pray for and you hope for, they're going to be laid out right there before you. So put that work in.
I've actually had people who said to me like, oh, so y'all been together 8 years. Well, it's about time you got married. No, it's not about time. It's about our time. You know,
see, everybody's time is different. So like I broke something down. So when my cousin met up with us today, and I told him, I said, you know, nowadays, a lot of people, they try to work off of other people's time. You might see your friend or your best friend, your brother or sister do something on their time. People's time is their own time. It took us 8 years to get here. In this 8 years, we mastered whatever we had to do to get to where we at right now. I'm not saying that we're perfect, but it took us 8 years. So it might take somebody else 3 months, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. Your time is your time. Let your allotted time be your time and let other people's time be their time. Don't look at what somebody else is doing and try to make their time work for you. It doesn't work like that.
And never get caught up in social media relationships. We're happy in real life. You know, like this is truly my best friend. It's my baby daddy, okay? My dance partner, all of that. He my videographer, my photographer. He can't dance better than me. But, you know, you can't. You know, he got 2 left feet. But she
seen me at the wedding, like she knows when I'm
all right, one little dance move. But this is truly my best friend.
Look at my wife. Well, don't be looking at her like that, but
He fine, right?
Yeah, I see this.
He
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. So okay, we had a moment, but we just wanted to come and talk about that, and we hope you guys like this video, and you got something from it, because we plan to do way more just